The Journey of the Three Laughing Monks. In the mist-shrouded mountains of ancient China, there lived three elderly monks whose existence seemed to belong to the realm of legends. Their names were long forgotten, lost to time. No one knew where they came from or who they truly were. In fact, not even the monks themselves seemed to care much about names or origins. All that mattered to them was their laughter, which echoed far and wide, reaching the ears of towns and villages that lay scattered across the land. They are now remembered only as the Three Laughing Monks. Unlike the revered spiritual guides of their time, those who spoke in riddles or offered profound teachings through scripture, the Three Laughing Monks had no need for words. They wandered from town to town, village to village, never exchanging more than a few pleasantries with the locals, but always laughing loudly, uncontrollably, as if a divine force had taken over them. Wherever they went, their laughter would ripple out, slowly filling the streets and squares. At first, the people would gaze at them in confusion, wondering if the monks were unwell or perhaps afflicted by something incomprehensible. They were strange, out of place, yet there was something magnetic about their joy. And as they laughed, the people began to smile. A small child might giggle, a vendor might chuckle, a mother might laugh nervously. But as the laughter of the monks grew louder and more carefree, the people's laughter grew too, until like a wildfire, the entire village found itself caught in the unexpected surge of happiness. What began with only 3 men soon spread like a warm breeze across an entire community. But the laughter of the monks wasn't just a momentary outburst of joy. It was a gift, a lesson that transcended all their travels. Their laughter was not something that could be easily explained or understood. It was the expression of an unspoken truth. Life, in its simplest form, was to be celebrated. There was no need for deep spiritual doctrines or intense philosophical debates. The monks were showing everyone that joy itself was a way of living, a form of wisdom. Years passed, and the Three Laughing Monks continued their journey across China, touching countless lives. They never stayed in one place for too long, preferring to move on when their laughter had fulfilled its purpose. People adored them, though they never truly understood the monks' mission. They were not the kind of spiritual leaders who imparted knowledge or guidance in the way the people were accustomed to. No sermons, no meditation sessions, no profound teachings, just laughter, pure and simple. But one day, in a small northern town, the monks' journey came to a heartbreaking yet strangely joyful end. The eldest of the 3 monks fell ill and passed away quietly in the night, his final breath carrying the sound of soft laughter that seemed to echo through the walls of the hut where he lay. His companions, the remaining monks, were unfazed. They did not mourn. They did not weep. Instead, they sat beside their fallen friend and laughed even harder. The villagers who had gathered outside couldn't understand. They expected sorrow, tears, and perhaps a sense of loss, but what they saw was completely different. The 2 remaining monks were doubled over with laughter, unable to contain their joy. Confused and concerned, the townspeople gathered the courage to ask, "Why aren't you grieving? Why are you laughing in the face of death? Isn't this your brother? Doesn't his passing mean something to you?" For the first time, the monks spoke. With wide smiles and twinkling eyes, they explained, "Yesterday we made a bet, a silly wager about who would pass away first. The monk who is now gone, he won the bet, and we couldn't be happier for him. After all, he had the foresight to request that he be dressed in his old, simple clothes for his final journey. He said, 'I have never been dirty. I have kept myself clean through laughter, never allowing the world's troubles to stain my spirit.'" As the 2 remaining monks spoke, the townspeople listened amazed. But the true wonder came when the body of the deceased monk was laid upon the pyre. With the flick of a flame, the fire erupted into an extraordinary display, shooting up in a burst of vivid colors, reds, oranges, blues, and purples, like fireworks lighting up the night sky. It was as if the monk's spirit had transformed the very flames into a beautiful spectacle of joy. The 2 monks continued to laugh, louder and more joyously than before. Slowly, the townspeople, who had once been silent with confusion, began to laugh too. At first it was tentative, unsure, but then, seeing the vibrant display and feeling the contagious joy, they couldn't help themselves. They laughed and laughed, for no reason at all, other than the fact that life, whether through death or celebration, was worth laughing about. The monks left the town that very night, continuing their journey to the next village, but the laughter they left behind lingered long after they had gone. The people, now filled with a newfound understanding, realized that the monks had left them with a precious lesson. Life is fleeting, unpredictable, and often difficult, but in the face of it all, we have the power to choose how we respond. Perhaps the greatest gift we can give ourselves and others is not the weight of wisdom, but the lightness of laughter. The monks had lived by this simple truth, and it was their final gift to the world, to remind everyone, no matter how hard life may seem, that there is always something to laugh about, something to celebrate. So whenever life feels heavy or overwhelming, remember the three laughing monks. The next time you find yourself facing hardship, look into the mirror and smile at your reflection, even if you can't find a reason to. Laugh, even when the world feels dark, for in doing so, you may uncover a joy that was always there, waiting to be found. May this story inspire you to embrace the lighter side of life, for in laughter there is freedom.